Donald Trump just made a number of very incriminating and stunning admissions during a disastrous press conference he just held in the Oval Office. The press conference was with Mark Rutte, the head of NATO. It was supposed to, I guess, be about the United States' relations with NATO. Instead, Donald Trump just wanted to talk about the ballroom. Donald Trump says that the ballroom will now be costing $300 million. So as he desecrates, destroys, defaces the White House East Wing, he's tearing apart the entire East Wing, not just a portion. The whole East Wing of the White House will be demolished. It's being demolished right now, unlawfully. He now says it's going to cost $300 million. And during this meeting with NATO, that's all he wants to talk about. Here, play this clip.
There's a relative, nobody's actually seen anything quite like it. I think it'll be one of the great ballrooms anywhere in the world. It's about $300 million. It's set to do many, many things, including meetings of foreign leaders, including the honoring of foreign leaders. You can see this. This is a plan. If it's got tables so that you honor a foreign leader, we have a proper space. Right now, we have a space that with tables holds about 79 people.
And then Donald Trump says that the military is involved because they're going to be building larger bunkers under where the East Wing used to be. And he's like, the military is very much involved. We'll play this clip.
We're also working with the military on it because they want to make sure everything's perfect. And the military is very much involved in this. They want to make sure everything is absolutely beautiful. You can see the kind of interiors that we're talking about. That's an interior of the ballroom. And it's the highest level. And you see it goes beautifully with the White House. I mean, the mix is beautiful. So over the years, many presidents have made changes. This obviously would be the biggest change, but this was something they've wanted for at least 150 years.
Then Donald Trump threatens California Governor Gavin Newsom. Here, play this clip.
Well, Gavin has to be careful. Remember that when I first came in, they had a terrible riot in Los Angeles. They had the fires, which shouldn't have happened. They didn't have the water for the fires. They should have had the water coming in from the Pacific Northwest. They didn't have the waters. They didn't have water in the hydrants or the sprinklers. So they had the fires, and then they had the riot. And if we didn't go and take care of that riot, you would have lost Los Angeles. You would have canceled the Olympics, which is because of me in Los Angeles. And the police commissioner, the head of the police, said, if the president didn't come in, we would have lost Los Angeles. We did not have the capability of taking care of it. And he said it very strongly. And we did a great job. And within a week, it was all done. Within one day, it was done. But within a week, it was all done. And then they go back to their normal practice of weakness, of not taking care of criminals, meaning taking care of putting them in jails where they should be.
Then Donald Trump lies and says that drug use is way down in the United States right now. The ocean drugs are gone, he says. The ocean drugs, they call it. What are you talking about? Here, play this clip.
If you're running drug boats, you're in grave danger.
And drug usage is way down. And drug usage coming from the sea, they call it ocean drugs, a little term that they use, the ocean drugs, is very close to non-existent right now.
I think it's important to note that no fentanyl is made in Venezuela and no fentanyl is made in Colombia. That's not where fentanyl is produced. And that Donald Trump is now attacking both, Colombia, who's an ally. Venezuela is not an ally with Maduro, but Trump is involved in these war crimes in the Caribbean each and every day. We know, for example, that in Ecuador, they didn't even prosecute the individual who was repatriated, who survived one of these boat strikes. And then there was another boat strike earlier today in the Pacific Ocean that we don't know anything about. And it seems that yet another war crime was committed by the United States there. Then Donald Trump says that he refuses to speak or negotiate with Democrats about the Trump and Republican government shutdown. Trump continues to lie and say that Democrats want to give $1.5 trillion to illegal immigrants, which is just totally false and utter fabrication by Donald Trump. 20 million Americans are about to lose their health care because of Donald Trump. Here, play this clip.
They want $1.5 trillion given to illegal immigrants who came into the country, and it's going to hurt the health care of citizens of our country that have been paying into it, that have been working hard for it, that really deserve it. So we're never going to do that. It's not going to happen. And I will tell you, are a lot of good Democrats that really want to make a deal. And I think all we need is 5 Democrats because we have a great support on the Republican side. So I think we need 5 Democrats, and there are a lot of them that want to make a deal. So I think at some point, common sense will prevail.
Donald Trump then says that our cattle ranchers in the United States are very happy about Trump's plan to now bring in beef from Argentina. And he says, the ranchers and the farmers, they love me. They cannot be happier right now. Donald Trump is bankrupting, I think it's like 77 farmers or producers go bankrupt like every single day right now. And it's Farmageddon out there is what they're calling it. And our ranchers are suffering, and the ranchers don't want Trump buying Argentine meat or beef and then giving $40 billion bailouts to Argentina right now. Here, play this clip.
So I'm very happy about that. We're going to do something very quickly and easily on beef to get it down. The ranchers understand that. They're so happy for what I've done. I saved them. I don't think you'd have any beef in this country if I didn't do that. So we're very proud of that. Yeah, Brian?
Then Donald Trump says, actually, there's really no costs other than beef that are going up. He goes, groceries are down. We defeated inflation. All a lie. When you go out to stores, are things more expensive or less expensive? Are you going to believe your own eyes, or are you going to believe Donald Trump, who lies about everything? Your eyes or Trump's lies? Here, play this clip.
The only cost that's really up is beef, and the fake news only wants to talk about beef. And what I did is I made it possible for those people to survive. They're incredible people, but they were being decimated by other countries, and I didn't want that to happen. So prices are way down, groceries are down, everything's down, energy's way down, even interest rates with a bad chairman of the Fed. He's terrible. He's a fool. But even interest rates are down. So our country has never done better. We're going to take in, I think, $21 trillion this year. No country has ever taken in more than 3. And we're going to take in $21 trillion of investments because of the tariffs. If we didn't have tariffs, we would be a mess. We would be a national security problem.
All right, I've got some news for you. Let me show you a tale of 2 headlines. The first from the Financial Times: U.S. moves to cancel one of the world's largest solar farms. Trump administration scraps approval for 6.2 gigawatt Nevada project. Now, let me show you this one, the New York Times: why China built 162 square miles of solar panels on the world's highest plateau. I had to interrupt Ben's report quickly to share this with you because this is insane. The Trump administration's war on clean energy is quite literally putting America last, handing the future to China. As the New York Times editorial board recently noted, a major purpose of Biden's clean energy initiatives was to counter China in this space and ensure that the United States, not China, leads the economy of the future. Now, as a result of Trump removing funding and tax credits for wind and solar projects, energy prices are soaring. And with the growth of AI data centers draining resources and driving up costs, we need these renewable energy sources more than ever. Per the New York Times, Chinese companies now produce 60% of the world's wind turbines and 80% of its solar panels. The US is falling further behind by the day, and it's the American people who are suffering. We're going to continue highlighting these climate issues, but we need you to speak out as well. So if you can, leave your thoughts in the comments about the climate and about this report. Let's make some noise. Okay, Ben, back to you.
Then Donald Trump goes on this rant that if a president can't impose tariffs on their own, then you don't have a country anymore. And again, literally in the Constitution, it says tariffs belong to Article 1, belong to Congress, even though I know our MAGA Republican Congress members don't view themselves as a co-equal branch. That's what our Constitution says, but play this clip.
If this country is not allowed to have tariffs, if this country is not allowed to have the president of the United States negotiate on behalf of it with tariffs, we are put in a position where we're going to be a third world country. We can't let that happen. I think it's the most important case that we're going to have for many, many years to come. One of the most important cases we've ever had. With tariffs, we're a rich, secure country. Without tariffs, we're a laughingstock. We'll be a laughingstock. And I don't want to have anything to do with that. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Trump then says people come up to him all the time and thank him for being able to walk to work. Play this clip.
Look at Washington. People are coming up to me, people that work in the White House, are saying, thank you, sir. And I immediately know what they're thanking me about. It's thanking they can walk to work. They would never walk to work a year ago.
Trump then calls the president of Colombia, Gustavo Petro, was an ally of the United States and who was very helpful in the United States stopping and combating certain types of drug shipments. Donald Trump calls him a thug and says he better be careful because we'll take action against him. So I guess now we're threatening war against Colombia. I play this clip.
In a recent interview said that if you won't change, he thinks that people should get rid of you.
We're talking about now Colombia, the country, not the university.
Yes.
Go ahead. He said what?
He said that if you won't change, then perhaps you need to be gotten rid of. Do you view that as a threat?
Well, he's a thug and bad guy. He's a guy that is making a lot of drugs. We've just, as of today, stopped all payments going to Colombia, the country Colombia. Also, the school Colombia. No, we settled. We made a settlement with him. But no, he's a thug, and he's a bad guy, and he's hurt his country very badly. They're doing very poorly, Colombia. They make cocaine. They have cocaine factories. They grow all sorts of crap that's drugs, bad drugs coming into the United States, goes generally through Mexico. And he better watch it or we'll take very serious action against him and his country. His country is, what he has led his country into is a death trap.
Then Donald Trump talks about hitting the boats by land also when they come on land. Let's play it.
Wait. And we will hit them very hard when they come in by land. And they haven't experienced that yet, but now we're totally prepared to do that. We'll probably go back to Congress and explain exactly what we're doing when we come to the land. We don't have to do that, but I think, Marco, I'd like to do that. You may respond to that if you want.
There was a Wall Street Journal story earlier today that said that Trump gave Ukraine permission to send long range or to shoot Russian facilities with long-range missiles. Trump says that's fake news. I didn't do that. It's likely that the story was well-sourced, but then Donald Trump found out about it and then stopped doing that because he's a Putin bootlicker. Here, play this clip.
No, it said that I gave Ukraine permission to shoot missiles deep into Russia. I didn't do that. Second of all, they're not using our missiles. They're using, I think, European missiles or from someplace, but they're not using ours. And what they do, I don't control that, but I do control our missiles. They're not shooting our missiles in. It was a fake story. Wall Street Journal does a lot of fake stories.
Again, if you're wondering, well, Ben, what was this whole purpose of this press conference? Wasn't it supposed to be about NATO? Yeah, but that's not what's actually happening here. Then Donald Trump says about Putin and Ukraine, he always wanted the full thing, but I told him you can't take all of it. You can't have the whole thing. You could just have some of it. Play this clip.
Incentive. I always felt he wanted the whole thing, not a piece of it. But I think now he's willing to negotiate a little bit further, and I think he's willing to make a deal. We'll see. We don't want him. We don't want him to have the whole thing.
And then Donald Trump signals weakness already in his discussions with China. He goes, we'll make a deal. They'll give us this. They'll give us that. And you already see him posturing from a position of weakness right here. Because if you're already saying that China's going to give us all of these things, China knows it has you right where they want you. And so if you leave China empty-handed, you're going to be embarrassed. So they know exactly how to manipulate and play you. But anyway, here, play this clip on China.
We'll make a deal on, I think, everything. I think we're going to make a deal on soybeans and the farmers. I think we're going to make a deal on maybe even nuclear. You know, President Putin in his call mentioned to me about nuclear, where we do a de-escalation, and I'm fine with that. I think it's good. I think it's a very appropriate thing. We have the most nuclear weapons. Russia's second. China is actually third by a long way, but they'll be even within 4 or 5 years. Too many. And we are talking about de-escalation. That's already being talked about. And I think we'll probably add China into the mix.
President Xi
There you have it, folks. It was Donald Trump's disastrous press conference that just took place in the Oval Office. Let me know what you think. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 6 million subscribers, and thank you for watching.
Love this video? Support independent media and unlock exclusive content, ad-free videos, and custom emojis by becoming a paid member of our YouTube channel today. You can also gift memberships to others. Let's keep growing together.